So you'll admit baby here. You'll see the heater power is at 100%, and that's how hot the radiant warmer will be. If you want to turn it down or make it so that it won't alarm because there's no baby on here, you can bring it down to 25%. That way the warmer stays on, it's just at a lower temperature. Once you have a baby on your bed, you can use your thermometer on baby's chest so that it can actually change its temperature based on baby's temperature. So this mode right now is manual. You would click to baby. And then you would set your temperature that you want baby to be at. This is your goal temperature, and it will have your radiant warmer at whatever percentage it takes to get baby there. So in some cases, baby will be too cold because they're out in the open air and wet. And some cases they'll be too hot, such as if mom has a maternal fever. So you would set that. We'll move it back to manual so it's not beeping at us the whole time. Slowly moving it down. There we go. This is your SpO2 button. You would use this in order to monitor baby's oxygen saturations. Your heart rate is here, your oxygen saturation is here, and this will show your pleth. We have the oxygen probe here. The one thing that you'll want to do is use the right hand in order to put this on baby and then wrap it with the Posy wrap. So the Posy wrap gets rid of any ambient light in order to make it so that you have the best reading possible for baby's oxygenation. We use the right hand for standardization, but also because it is pre-ductal, so it's before the heart, and so we can make sure we have the right oxygen saturations. There's a small list on the side with what normal oxygen levels are for babies directly after birth. In utero, they run between 50 and 60% oxygenation saturation, so you will find that when they come out, their oxygenation is much lower, but it should pretty quickly get up to a normal adult range. So once you've got these things organized, the first thing that you'll want to do is turn on your suction and turn on your oxygen to your baby warmer. Suction ends here. There is a suction canister on the bottom. And you want to make sure that your suction is set between 80 and 100. Then you can place it back and turn it back off. We do keep underneath the crib mattress the suction tubing that would be used. This is not something that we would do. This would be required to be done by RT or NICU staff, but just so that it has easy access, we leave it here. For oxygenation, you have your T-piece. There's a small drawer where we keep two size masks. One is smaller than the other. Most babies will be in the green one. And the T-piece connector will go right into the top of the face mask. So your goal, if you have just the bottom occluded, is to have this at 5. I guess this is turned down here. And then if you cover the top portion, it should be at 20. And this is adjusted, just for reference, here. So you'd want to have it up at 20. This should be at 10. This should be at 0. And your O2 percentage should be at 21. So you always start with a room air oxygen, and then they can increase it from there as needed. If any of these dials need to be changed, you should be calling for help. This, can store in here for use. The APGAR timer is up here on the top. It just says on off. When baby is born, you pop the timer on and the numbers will start counting. APGARs should be done at 1 and 5 minutes, and hopefully your FMC nurses will be here in time to help do those. It does ding at 1 minute and it dings again at 5 minutes. The switch here changes how bright the light is next to the radiant warmer. And there are a few other settings in the menu on the side if you need to look through to modify any of those. Silence button, as always, is bright yellow at the top. You can also, if the hands-free silencer is activated, you can enable the silence button by running your hand underneath the warmer so that it senses movement and thinks that there is a baby there. We'll listen to the APGAR timer. So that's your 1 minute timer. It will ding at 1, 5, and 10 minutes. I think that's everything.